Aw, she's reading. We're home. Oh, you're back. Yay. I wish I could be as full of energy as you always are, Kia. Yep, I'm always ready to roll. You're late. Was there a lot of work today? More or less. I bet we would have keeled over if we didn't have a nice car to drive around in. I second that. Hey, Tio. You look super tired. Are you alright? Yes, I will be fine. After all, seeing your cute face has re-energized my batteries, Kia. Kia? Since I'm so full of energy, I don't mind sharing some with you. That's Kia for you. Never seen medicine that potent. Perhaps a Kia hug is stronger than a wonder drug. Thank you, Kia. I think I am sufficiently recharged. I'm glad. Come to think of it, is the chief not home yet, Kia? The chief? Oh, he's over in his office. A visitor came by and he's still talking with him. A visitor? That's pretty rare considering the time. Do you remember what he looked like? He's an old man with a big beard. He kind of reminds me of a bear. I think the chief called him something like a lawyer. Oh, Mr. Grimwood's here? Why is he stopping by so late? Shall we go greet him while we have the opportunity? I will leave that all to you. I am on kitchen duty tonight. You alright with cooking for everyone? If you want, I could take over for you tonight. No, I already made preparations for dinner earlier. It should almost be ready. Kia, hold on for just a little while longer, okay? Oh, can I help you get the food ready? You want to? Well then, you will be my sous chef. Wonder why Grimwood's here. Excuse us. Hey, what took so long? Oh, sorry to be intruding when it's so late. So it was Mr. Grimwood after all. It's not every day you decide to visit us. Yes, well, I had some matters to discuss with Sergei. Since I was in the neighborhood, I took the opportunity to stop by. Matters to discuss? Yeah, I'll cut to the heart of it. It's about Kia's identity. Oh, excuse me. Oh, then did you guys figure anything out? Unfortunately not. It seems a request was also submitted to the guild, but I, at Sergei's behest, explored another possibility. Unfortunately, it wasn't... No, actually, I'm pleased to say the possibility I looked into was a bust. You were happy it was a bust? Right. It was pertaining to a story several years back. There were multiple cases of child abductions, primarily focused in the Calvard Republic. Child abductions? Horrible. I'll omit the more unnecessary details, but it was a pretty massive scandal. Because Calvard wasn't the only country targeted, an international investigation team was created to get to the bottom of things. Each country's army, police forces, the Bracer Guild, you name it. Everyone cooperated to put an end to that mess. That's crazy. It's the first I've heard of it. Same here. Since it was kept under wraps, it must have been pretty damn serious. Yes, eventually the case was closed. Due to its nature, in the end, the case was treated as strictly confidential. Only reason I know about it is because I was involved, serving as an advisor. But please, hold on a second. You're saying there's a chance Kia could be one of the victims from this whole abduction incident? I thought the same thing, so I searched through the case records again. To my relief, I wasn't able to find any children who matched Kia's description. For the record, the men responsible for those horrors were almost all arrested, and the rest committed suicide. Today, I simply came to inform Sergei of my findings. I see. I'm relieved that Kia wasn't part of that, but the fact that it actually happened. I would have ended up telling you all about all this eventually. Anyway, we're back to square one with Kia. Well, no skin off our back, right? Just gotta keep looking after the kiddo until we can find one of her relatives. Right. I'd appreciate it if you kept sheltering the child here. But in case we can't end up finding a relative, we should consider entrusting her to a foster family or to a church orphanage. Hold on. But you all need to wrap your heads around those possibilities. Adopting a kid and properly raising them, that's not something you can jump into half-assed, no matter how adorable she may be. That might be true. It's probably a bit more difficult than taking in a stray kitten or something. I'm sorry, everyone. Sounds like I brought down the mood a bit. You all just returned from a long day of work, correct? I imagine you have a report to finish, so it's about time I excuse myself. No, please wait. The truth is, there's something we were planning on consulting you about. Oh, with me? I don't know if that absurdly deep voice is fitting. Yes, actually. Lloyd explained the situation with the missing minor to Sergei and Mr. Grimwood. So you were working on a missing persons case. Sounds like a job for the SSS, alright. It didn't seem like anything illegal was going on, so we just left him how he was. I wonder if we should have tried a little harder to get him to go home. Well, that's a complicated question. If you were bracers, there'd be a little more wiggle room to negotiate. Comes with the job. If a police officer tried to pull that move, odds are that the whole situation would turn into a civil dispute. It's an exceedingly fine line. I was afraid you'd say that. The guy is old enough to make his own decisions, so unfortunately it's none of our business. If he were just some brat, we could have given him a spanking and taken him home. That's true. However, you mentioned he gained gambling skill, luck, and intuition, like he was a different man? Ian, is something about this rub you the wrong way? Well, it might just be coincidence, but lately 2 similar stories have come to my attention. Is that true? You telling me that there's not 1 but 3 lucky bastards who had the jackpot? No, it's a bit different. The stories I've heard about involve a stockbroker who works for a securities firm and the manager of a trading company. Recently, both companies sustained heavy losses and were almost in the red. But in the last few days, they seem to have experienced an incredible rebound. I could hardly believe it until I saw the numbers. Especially that stockbroker. Story goes that he bought and sold stocks with unprecedented luck and intuition, as if he could see the future. That sounds pretty familiar. Don't worry, I'm sure it's only a coincidence. From what I've heard, their attitudes have changed in addition to their skills. They've supposedly become extremely arrogant. That tidbit piqued my interest. That's definitely strange. Hey, Ian, any chance you know the background of those 2? Not yet, but if you're interested, I could start researching right away. You want to check for check possible ties, I presume? Yes, if possible. Something catch your attention, Chief? When you're in the business, Lloyd, it never hurts to have all the info you can. It's as simple as that. I understand. Guy told me something like that once too. That the decisive factor in an investigation are intuition and the information you uncover. Well then, I'll get out of your way now. If you ever have anything bothering you, don't hesitate to stop by my office. I'll do everything in my power to help out. Thank you very much, Mr. Grimwood. When the time comes, we'll come knocking. Oh look, Heiyue. Ravache managed to recover their smuggling routes? Yes, sir. 3 of the routes we decimated over the last week have already been reorganized. We've been trying to impede them, but their resilience was most unexpected. How curious. I was led to believe that they didn't have the manpower to accomplish such a thing. Did their boss finally involve himself in their restoration efforts? That's the strangest part. The killing bear was nowhere to be found. This appeared to be solely be the work of subordinates. The reports state that they only brought enough for a small squad. Not only that, but there were no warhounds present either. How interesting. Now I'm even more curious. Had this been a battle of even numbers, Heiyue should have come out victorious. Did they employ those Rainford heavy machine guns, perhaps? Yes, actually. Their main forces appear to have been armed with them. The hell was that? However, the report also mentions that their battle prowess has skyrocketed. Interesting. I get the impression Don Marconi is trying his damnedest to appease the speaker and quell his rage. I don't recall any new reports of jiggers being employed or any training exercise being held either. Very peculiar indeed. Are you implying that they've acquired a trump card right under our noses? Precisely. When comparing our respective trump cards, I get the feeling that theirs is extraordinary. Much like Master Yin, I believe that theirs is a wild card, one that can turn the tides of battle at a moment's notice. Damn them! What in the world is it then? What was that? Ah yes, speak of the devil and he shall come. We've got a big problem on our hand. A group of men draped in black are unloading rounds into the building. Ravache, I think. There's about 10 of them, and the killing bear isn't one of them. There are only 10 measly grunts. Hurry it up and finish them off then. And don't worry about the police. This is self-defense, so anything goes. Well, the thing is, those guys aren't human, I'm telling you. They're holding massive machine guns with just one hand. The first floor has been breached. It's only a matter of time before they reach us, sir. Damn it, if only Master Yin was here. Oh dear. I don't think I'll be able to outwit them in a barbaric situation like this. Master Xiao, you don't mean... Let's go, Lao. Relying on Yin for a petty squabble like this would be a stain on Heiyue's name. Come, let us demonstrate our might as the conquerors of the Eastern Quarter. So is this a fight that has literally lasted through the night? This is over at the Harbor District, man. People are crazy. I'm surprised there's not more panic on this side. There's nothing, really? This girl is full of surprises. You're telling me that Kia cooked all these sunny-side-up eggs for us? She sure did. Her technique was so good that I found myself taking mental notes while watching. Fried eggs with a bit of runny yolk. Nice. Get a load of this bacon, too. It looks perfectly crisp. She does seem to have quite the knack for the culinary arts. Yesterday's cream stew was basically her own creation. Are you sure you do not have any prior cooking experience, Kia? I don't know. Maybe? Whenever I cook, it's like my hands are moving on their own. Well, I guess it's true that cooking is more through personal experience than anything else, but the fact that she's this talented at her age is pretty amazing. Hey, Tio, I was wondering, do you feel okay today? You look fine, as far as I can tell. But don't you think it'd be better to take the day off and rest? No, I am fine. After all, I went to bed quite a bit earlier than usual yesterday. I don't think we have any urgent requests to take care of, so we can always wait to see how you're feeling. Oh, pretty early for that, ain't it? Is it Fran? I'll check. Hello, this is Lloyd Bennings of the Special Support... Yeah, I know already. Now, where the heck are you? What the heck are you doing right now? Jonah? Wow, I wasn't expecting a night owl like yourself to be awake this early in the morning. Ha! Implying I didn't pull an all-nighter. But enough about that, it doesn't matter. From how carefree you sound, I bet you don't know anything at all, right? Don't know what exactly? So you don't know. Well then, I, the great and brilliant Jonah, will do you a favor. In the dead of night yesterday, well technically today, I guess, but that's beside the point. Either way, someone raided Heiyue's office. What? They were caught completely off guard too. No offense, all defense, you know? Apparently they took some serious damage. If you ask me, it had to have been done by those Ravache guys. It's not outside the realm of possibility. Thanks for the heads up, Jonah. Ha! You owe me one, Lloyd. That was Jonah? Yeah, something crazy's popped up. Lloyd relayed the information he heard from Jonah to the rest of the Special Support section. Is that really true, Lloyd? That's freaking insane. It is bold to pull such a thing in the city, even if it was in the middle of the night. What? If true, I'd bet anything that the 1st Division has already jumped on the case. If it bothers you that much, go check it out, but only after you finish eating. Will do, sir. Oh, right. Will he be good to go, Tio? Yes, of course. We can walk over to the Harbor District after we finish our breakfast. Alright. Boop. Oh, that's nice. You can just choose whichever. 100% seal rate. A medium area. Launches foes upward, then attacks like a dragon. Sounds fun. Alright, I think we're good to go. The only one not fully equipped is Tio, but it shouldn't be that big a deal right now. Alright, let's head on over to the Harbor District. Man, guns are blazing too. Huh. Apart from a crooked sign and some broken glass, and the bullet holes, there are the bullet holes. This place is a mess. A raid will do that. Yep, this confirms it. I'm seeing traces of heavy weaponry all over. At least they didn't resort to blowing them up with explosives. Oh, I see you guys are on the scene too. Hey Franz, how's the situation looking? We rushed out here as soon as we heard the news. I don't know much yet. All I've heard is that shots were fired in the middle of the night. Dudley and the others are in the middle of conducting an investigation. It sounds like the 1st Division beat us to the punch. Well, they are a lot closer. Well, they are highly coordinated. We'd like to ask the members of Heiyue some questions. Do you mind letting us inside? I suppose I could? I was only told to not let civilians pass through here. You'll have to make up an excuse to Dudley for me, though. Of course. Thanks for helping us out. Man, screw Dudley. He's just being a prick. Alright. Jeez. Oh, it is here. Ciao. My apologies for intruding on you. We wish to collaborate with you, so would you be willing to share details of the raid with us? You'll have to forgive me. After all, it was late into the night. I haven't the foggiest idea who the assailants may be or why they targeted our humble company. Even so, it's apparent you were able to mount an efficient defense. The 1st and 2nd floors are devastated, yet this room remains spotless. How in the world were you able to fend off assailants armed with heavy machine guns? I'll admit, it was tricky. However, the assailants managed to escape our grasp, I'm afraid. Many of our men were sent to St. Ursula. Dear, oh dear, what a disaster. You have my condolences. If you'll... Excuse us. You four?
What's the special support section doing here?
Why, good morning, Detective Bannings. I see the rest of you are in attendance too. Pardon our intrusion. Is it Chow? I think it's Chow. I don't know. I know you're busy with the aftermath of the raid, but can I borrow a minute of your time? Anything for you, my friend. If you'll excuse us then, Dudley, I appreciate you having stopped by. Damn. We'll step aside then. This irritates me to no end, but I'm leaving this snake to you. Try to get what you can out of him. Yes, sir. It has been quite some time, my friends. I hear you have all had quite the adventure on the final day of the anniversary festival, correct? I'm assuming Yin has already informed you. As you know, the Special Support Section doesn't follow conventional investigative protocol. And with that in mind, how about you go ahead and tell us your true intentions?
Oh? Lloyd?
There's no point wasting our time with his usual song and dance. Not only that, but we have a lot of ground to cover with Chow. I figured I'd get straight to the point. Whoa, pretty gutsy move, huh?
Lloyd can be quite audacious when he wants to be.
Exactly as I anticipated, Mr. Bennings. I knew I was right to have hopes of you. Very well, I'm not particularly fond of trivial exchanges anyway. If your questions are within the realm of my knowledge, I will provide the answers you seek. Thank you, Chow. I've wanted to ask you about these 3 topics. The assailant's true identity. Is it safe to assume Ravache is behind last night's raid? Can you say for certain that there's any chance it was carried out by a third party? Doubting the possibility entirely, are we? If you would elaborate for them, Lao? Sir. The assailants may have been masked to conceal their identities, but there's no doubt it was Ravache's men. Their weapons and combat styles were completely identical. Okay, I'm sorry, but those types of things would be difficult to replicate. That does make sense. In that case, something's still rubbing me the wrong way. I hear you Heiyue dudes are all pretty damn good martial artists. Your main man Lao here looks like he could hand out beatings left and right. You flatter me. I'm sure Ravache doesn't have a shortage of combat pros, but none of them can match up with you guys one-on-one. So then, how'd you guys get trashed so hard by a handful of their thugs? Was that old Killing Bear leading the charge or something? No, I don't believe the esteemed general manager of sales was present. Neither were his hand-picked ex-Jaeger friends. We believe Ravache's regular combat personnel to be behind the attack. If that's the case, then how? Though their techniques were simple, their speed and power were beyond comprehension. They were able to brandish those heavy machine guns single-handedly. Our defenses were easily crushed by their unnatural strength. They overtook the first 2 floors with ease. No fooling? It wasn't only limited to their power and speed either. They had inhuman endurance as well. And thanks to that, I had to put into practice a few dangerous techniques.
Dangerous techniques?
You seem pretty knowledgeable about combat yourself, Xiao. I am nothing but an amateur compared to Master Yin. Let's see. I'll get straight to the point, Xiao. How do you plan to respond to their raid? Oh, what kind of question is that? Take a moment to ponder on what kind of organization Heiyue is. You found your answer, correct?
So you're after revenge.
Oh, please, keep such scandalous rumors to yourself. I've been merely referring to crisis management. At the end of the day, we only seek profits. And in situations where our profits are threatened, it is my sworn duty to crush our antagonizers through the appropriate methods. One sec. I fail to see what's so strange about that. Yeah?
What an annoyingly shrewd man.
Does requesting assistance from Heiyue's main office lie among those proper methods? He's calling in the big guns from Heiyue's main office? Awfully blunt, are we? My reputation is on the line. I have no such plans at this moment. Furthermore, there is no guarantee the main office will respect my wishes. They may intervene regardless. Well, I should be able to stave off direct intervention for a while, at least. Either way, we lack the proper knowledge on Ravache's current state, so we don't have an effective countermeasure for them. We're simply investigating their movements for the time being. Through our most reliable and cooperative employee, in fact.
You requested Yin's assistance?
He's the best of the best for these kind of undercover missions, yeah? This isn't directly related to the case in question, but I figured I'd ask while I'm already here. Do you really not know anything about Kia?
Are you sure, Lloyd?
Kia, you said. Is that a person's name, or perhaps some kind of code? Forgive me for speaking out of line. You're more serious than I expected. All I know is that Kia is the name of that little girl you took into custody after the Schwarz auction. Well, and that our dear collaborator offered you a small piece of advice there. The exhibit for the second half of the auction are... Oh, yeah. A large leather trunk will be exhibited in the second half of the auction. Inside the trunk is a bomb which will only serve to jeopardize Ravache's position. We were able to receive that piece of information via our own networks. We've had no means of discerning who this information was. Informant was, as of yet. However, in some ways, that only made it more credible. We wanted to be certain, so we asked our dear Master Yin to go check it out. Even in my wildest dreams, I never expected the true identity of the bomb to be in the form it did. Damn, it looks like he's going to feign ignorance till the very end.
Let's assume you're telling the truth. Do you have an inkling as to who that informant might have been?
Logically speaking, a bombshell of this magnitude points to the actions of a Ravache defector. However, taking into account the skill required to convey the information to us, they must be adept. At any rate, this is as far as our knowledge regarding Kia goes. I'd appreciate it if you believed me. Sorry. Understood. Thanks for answering us honestly. No further questions. Now then, does this conclude your questioning? Yes, for the moment. I appreciate your cooperation. Do you mind if I give the department an outline of what we discussed? Do as you like, my friend. By the way, Detective Bannings. Yes? I'll be honest with you. This raid was far beyond what I thought Ravache was capable of. I was under the impression that I was fully cognizant of their strength, connections, and patterns. Yet they were able to pull off such a brazen attack on us in their weakened state. They've splendidly surpassed all my expectations. I must say, I am unbelievably excited for what's to come. I cannot recall a moment in the last few years where a situation didn't proceed in the way I had planned. I can finally wield my intellect to crush my foes without remorse. This is truly an indescribable joy. Smug bastard.
You're unbelievable. Do not think for 1 second that I will allow the police to ruin my fun. Although, you're special, so I'll grant you a unique opportunity, so to speak. Will you be able to broker a resolution between both groups before Heiyue begins its all-out retaliation? I'll be eagerly awaiting your next move.
Well, that was something.
They gave us plenty of useful information to work with, but I can't believe they suggested the high possibility of a full-blown conflict.
If things keep heating up the way they have, then it's about to get real messy. We're screwed if they decide to have a firefight in the middle of town.
Additionally, we have to consider the possibility that Heiyue may call for reinforcements. This is all sounding a bit too ominous.
It sounds like we have a bit of time still, judging by what Chao said. At any rate, we can't leave Ravache unchecked any longer. We need to start looking into it before Heiyue mobilizes their forces.
I agree. Shall we visit each of the districts and question the citizens?
No. I think it's time we go straight for the source. Let's go get our answers from Ravache directly. You're kidding, right?
We may have gone there once before, but still. That was before the incident at the auction. Are we not acting too recklessly?
Yeah, I can't imagine they'd overlook anything outside of Kia's case. There's something else I'm concerned about, though.
What might that be?
Garcia's movements. We've quarreled with him before, but he never seemed the type to be reckless. I was under the impression that he had a strong command over his subordinates. Good eye. He used to be a well-known Jaeger commander, in fact. Didn't think he'd order his men to launch an assault on Heiyue like that.
While there's a chance he ordered the attack on Heiyue, it's entirely possible that his subordinates acted independently. I'd certainly like to get to the bottom of this.
I agree. Do you guys want to head there now?
We don't have a choice, do we? As long as we remain outside of the perimeter, the level of risk will be low.
Let's go have ourselves a little stakeout. Alright, so before we do any of that, let's go report some of these requests that we did yesterday. Oh, 4th class. Aquarius Gem Quartz. Creative Cooks. Already done that. Huh. Oh yeah, this will get reported later. Alright. How much money does that put us with? 15,000? Nice. Aw.
If you figure something out, you better tell me, okay?
Will do, Kia. If the Mafia's involved, it should fall on the 1st Division. They can't ignore a case this big. I'll head to the department to ask them about it, just in case.
Alright. Proud as always, but there's no doubt that he's one of us, a vigilant protector of the Special Sports Section. Agreed. I imagine he will eviscerate any suspicious character that dare enter. Please don't. No killing. Alright, I want to check the armory. Let me get a quick stop over to East Street. Because you know why? Oh, hey, Arios. The SSS boys are back again, huh? So you've all come. Have you already heard the news? Yeah, I assume that means you're already well aware then. Well, yeah. We contacted everybody in the branch already, so they're gathered on the second floor. Gotta prepare ourselves for the possibility of a war between the two organizations. It's just as I feared. Damn, the police are slacking compared to you guys. I don't have much to offer in words, but you know that our procedures are much different from yours. We've got our own way of handling an emergency, as I'm sure you do too. I think you'll be able to handle it if you conduct yourself in the usual manner. Good to know. Thanks. So everyone's gathered, huh? Oh, you guys came. You hear about that big news about Heiyue already? Yeah, we've already started conducting our investigation. Actually, I just noticed, haven't all the bracers gathered here? I see the divine blade of wind is downstairs. He is truly a sight to behold. Huh, yeah, they contacted us on all our enigmas this morning. And that's why we've all gathered here on such short notice. Damn, you guys are way too coordinated. Are you sure you're not just a bunch of slackers? But anyway, Ravache's sure left one heck of a mess for us to clean up. You said it, sister. Sure, there might be less people there at night, but civilians still could have gotten caught up in their mess. I'm so pissed at the Mafia, I can't wait to rearrange their faces with my staff. There's the Estelle. Man, I wanted to scope out some details on the Mafia too. Those jerks barred us though. There's apparently some kind of agreement that lets the police take precedence in times like this. So on that note, you guys are going to do the snooping for us, right? Right. I thought I had a solid grasp on the situation in Crossbell. But when a situation like this occurs, it feels like there's a huge barrier to overcome. Again with the barriers. Fortunately, I think we were able to accurately assess the situation. Okay. I wonder what it says. Stand by. Yeah, as for a day like this, yeah, I don't blame them. Alright, I guess all we gotta do is go to the back alley. I'm gonna save. Let's go to the back alley. Oh, there are more thugs out here than normal. Just like I thought, there are more guards posted here than usual. They're looking way more pissed than I was expecting too. Impatient, excited, vigilant, anxious. I'm detecting a wide range of emotions from them. There's no mistaking it. They must be on high alert for any retaliation from Heiyue. This isn't going to be easy. For now, ascertain Garcia's movements should be... Why the hell are you here? Oops. Garcia Rossi? Damn, that monster managed to conceal his presence? It's you guys. You have the audacity to show your faces around here after all that shit you've put us through. I won't make any excuses. Our deal with you only concerns Kia and Kia alone. Then we're understood.
If you use our deal as an excuse to come waltzing into our territory, I'm going to beat the ever-loving hell out of you. Well, aren't we dangerous, old dude? I'm fully aware of why you're snooping around. However, you won't be getting a single word out of me on that matter. If you understand, then get lost. Please, just tell me one thing. If, hypothetically, you were to attack an armed enemy stronghold, would you attack from the vanguard, leaving everything to brute strength? Huh, an honest Jaeger like myself would never adopt such a poor strategy. I'd wait until the conditions were favorable and wreak the most havoc while minimizing casualties. Wouldn't you do the same, son of the war god? Don't you ever call me that again. But yes, that's how Jaegers operate. Is that so? Thank you. I appreciate the answer. Huh, you're a strange kid. But anyway, you'd better not come in here unprepared, you hear me? I promise you'll be torn to shreds.
He's scary. Wonder when he's gonna pop out of existence. Oh, they're gonna let him all the way off screen? Yeah, there he goes. Something sure seemed off with him. He looked like he was tense, but also a little worn out. So it wasn't just me then. He said a few nasty things, but I felt like it didn't have the usual bite to it. He expressed signs of fatigue. I can relate with him on that front. When in the world happened to Ravache?
Doesn't suit him, making faces like that.
Wouldn't you guys like to know the reason for their glum faces? Oh, it's you.
Grace? Woman, you have a knack for appearing in the most random places, don't you?
What can I say? Most of my reporter's spirit guides me to the juiciest scoops. Anyway, let's proceed with the usual give and take session, shall we? I'll be anxiously awaiting your arrival at the jazz bar.
Alright.
How should we proceed?
If she plans to talk, we'll hear her out. We should be cautious around her. I don't want us accidentally leaking anything to her.
Duly noted.
Alright, Grace. What do you want?
Oh, look who's finally arrived. Sudden, I know, but do you all have any tidbits about the Heiyue raid you're willing to share? I'm sure Xiao showered you with all sorts of delightful details over at his office.
Quick to the punch, aren't you?
Actually, how are you even aware we visit Heiyue? Well, if you must know, I found out this morning, as I was about to ask Xiao some questions, I saw old Duddles barge in. Right as I was wondering what's up with that, you all entered after him. Then once Dudley left with his partner and that classic scowl on his face, you came out looking mighty worried. With that kind of look covering your mug, I'd be shocked if you didn't hear anything.
You're deceptively sharp. Were we that obvious?
Still, Grace, I think you know better than anyone that we can't casually disclose information about an open investigation. Of course I know that, you silly goose. That's why I proposed a bit of give and take. After all, aren't you dying for some details on Garcia Rossi?
Well, always throw a dangling the bait right under our noses, huh?
To put the cherry on top, I might have some news about that so-called auction, too. Whispers say Ravache screwed the pooch and incurred the wrath of the speaker. Surely you want to know how these two matters might be related, no?
Alright, I'll bite. However, everything about Xiao is strictly off the record, got it? I can't stress that enough, Grace.
I see. So the situation is more dire than I thought.
Yeah, unfortunately it is. As things stand, both groups seem to be trying not to involve the public, if that's any consolation, but...
Well, no matter which way you cut it, this raid was too abrupt. Ignoring that it happened in the dead of night, a raid near our news agency? Not to mention, it was right down in the street from the IBC. Sounds like the decision was a little rushed, right? Yes, that's true. If things went south, this incident could have shaken the continent, destroying Crossbell's reputation as Zemuria's trade capital. You have a point there. That almost also might make the info I got my mitts on not necessarily false.
The information you got your hands on? Are you willing to share it now?
Okay, fine, it's my turn now, eh? You see, this whole fiasco originated from inside the Mafia. Lately, I've been hearing rumors that Garcia Rossi's control over his goon has been, well, lacking.
Is that even possible? Yeah, I'm having a hard time buying it. I can't imagine subordinates defying that monstrous old geezer.
Well, you can choose to believe it or not. I'm just saying, maybe it's possible that the incident in the downtown district and the gunning for Mainz's rights, might not have been on Garcia's orders. It seemed like some of the mafiosos on the lower rungs were looking to climb up. If clout inside Ravache is what those rookies were after, then that would explain them stepping out of line and getting busted. Please, can we back up a second? You're saying that last night's raid was carried out by junior members of the Mafia? Given the scale of the attack, I personally leans towards no, but considering all that's happened, you can hardly blame Garcia for his big outburst earlier, right?
True. There wasn't any sign of his little entourage anywhere. Does that mean despite controlling Ravache from the inside, he's still having issues?
But what is the Don doing during all of this? According to what I've been able to gather, Marconi is desperately trying to atone for his giant blunder at the auction. Naturally, he's buttering up to Speaker Hartman, who was less than pleased at Michelin. He's even tried to lure more influential figures of Crossbell into his fold. Influential figures? Who exactly? Cutting right to the chase, well, simply put, it's the Republican faction of the Diet members. I've heard he's met with the CGF commander, too. Really? Is he attempting to suppress Heiyue's political influence in Crossbell?
And maybe meeting with the CGF commander is related to Ravache's weapon smuggling. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Gotta remember, that moron of a commander is also one of Speaker Hartman's cronies. Since the commander is in Marconi's pocket, I reckon he's using him to win back the Speaker's favor.
Bingo! That's what I was thinking too. I knew a nice chat with you guys would help me get all my thoughts in order. Ha! Score! This turned out to be a fruitful little info swap.
I hate to admit it, but it's been helpful for us as well. In fact, now that we've sifted through all the details, I still feel like there's something we're missing.
Something we're missing? Care to elaborate?
We've been able to arrive at a convincing motive behind each action thus far, but they're all haphazard, like they aren't acting as one singular organization. I feel like Ravache had a particular style to their operations, characteristics of the darkness that lies in the city. But in these cases, I just don't feel it.
So that's what you mean. Now that you mention it, I'm inclined to agree. An efficient system created to take advantage of the mirror reserve known as Crossbell. For an organization such as Ravache to deviate from that system is highly irregular.
So in other words, there's an element to this case that threw Ravache out of whack. Something like what? Right, it's just a gut feeling though. Zhao's description made it sound like these raiders who attacked Heiyue possessed unnatural amounts of strength too. It's possible that could be the reason for behind Garcia's strange attitude.
Wow, I should have expected this from you, Lloyd. You're a sharp kid, aren't you? Hey, if you get canned, how about joining me at Crossbow Times? We can aim for the Pulitzer Prize together.
I'll have to pass. And for the record, I'd appreciate it if you didn't make me worry more than I have to. Remind me again, what's the Pulitzer Prize thing she's so up in arms about?
It's a prestigious international award given to the most outstanding journalist of the year.
Excuse me for 1 second. Yes, this is Lloyd Bannings of the Special Sports Section. I managed to get through. It's me, Bixens, from, over from Maine's. Oh, the mayor. What's going on? Is there some sort of problem regarding Gantz? Well, you see, I'm at the Barca Casino at the moment. He started to act strangely, so I decided to call you. Strangely? What exactly do you mean? He's been engaged in a poker match with another customer for quite some time. The atmosphere has gone kind of severe. It might actually get violent. Anyway, could you come over quickly and help sort this out? Understood, sir. Barca Casino, right? We're close by, so we'll be there shortly. Okay, I'm counting on you.
Maine's mayor?
Okay, good to know. You mentioned something about the casino, Lloyd? Yeah, apparently Gantz might be getting into some sort of violent situation.
Seriously? Did he somehow provoke his opponent during a match?
With Gantz's ego and crazy luck, I could totally see it happening.
Well, we'd better hurry on over and assess the situation. Alright, off to Barca we go. What? What's the matter? Well, Grace, it's just that.
There's no point in telling her not to come. Let's just go to the casino. I like it. Grace is a fun character. Alright, we're in the entertainment district. Closing in. Oh, you came. I think a fight is about to break out. Quickly, take us where the Gantz is playing, sir. Sure. He's in the middle of a private match in the back room. We don't have time to waste. Gantz could blow at any second. Huh?
Wasn't Gantz the one provoking his opponent?
Hey, eat this, punk. 9-10 Jack, Queen, and King. A straight flush of diamonds, baby. Try to beat this hand. You can't. God, are you kidding me? Wasn't expecting you to pull out a hand that strong on our last round. Ha! This is my true talent. You tied one too many games using those tricky hands of yours, but this is coming to an end. Come on, show us your hand. Might as well give up while you're at it, too. Huh? Are you feeling okay, man? Who said anything about losing? Are you kidding me? The only way you'd be able to beat me is with a royal straight flush. There's no way you could have. And that's where you're wrong, pal. What? 5 of a kind, and they're all aces? I can't believe what I've seen today. What hands beat a royal straight flush usually depends on the rules, but rules or no rules, it's obvious that this blows your straight flush out of the water. What? Don't screw with me, you damn cheat! Drake, you're his accomplice, aren't you? Well, screw you too. I assure you, I am nothing of the sort. I swear upon Adios herself. During my careful observation of the match, I saw nothing that suggests Mr. Arundel was cheating. Can it? How the hell am I supposed to buy that crap?
I've got luck and intuition on my side. I'm supposed to be unstoppable. There's no way I can lose to this jackass.
Sir, please calm yourself.
Seriously, dude, take a chill pill. Poker's just a game of luck, after all. All it means is that your luck has run out, bud.
I refuse to believe this crap. Gambling should be a piece of cake after using that stuff.
Wait, he's substance abusing gambling? That's a first.
Gantz, look out. There's no way in hell I could lose. Let go of me, damn it.
You have to calm down, Gantz. What's with this insane strength?
Stop this madness, Gantz.
Well, if it isn't my favorite pals, how's it hanging? I don't know what I was expecting. How can one man be so suspicious? It is unfathomable. Quite the class clown we got here. An acquaintance of yours, guys?
Sorta. Not like we know squat about him, though. Whoa, hold the phone. A 5 of a kind versus a straight flush? What the hell even happened here?
It was a real nail-biter, Randy. I was on the verge of losing everything. I can barely keep up with this. At least we're able to neutralize the threat before anyone was hurt.
Let go of me, damn it! Let me go! I can't lose!